Hello there, and welcome back to Adie Asks. Today on a fantastic episode, we have Frilioth with us. Hello, sir.
Hello, Adie. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, and I'm very, very glad to have you on the show. So, I'm going to be asking Frill some questions. But first of all, just a bit of a plug. If you haven't come across Frill before, all of his details are going to be in the description of the video beneath. So make sure that after you've watched this, you go and check it out because it's a fantastic channel. So, it's really, really good to have you with us today, Frill.
Thank you. It's fantastic to be here, sir.
First of all, just for the viewers at home, would you tell me what it is that you do in the world of Minecraft?
Wow. I suppose you'd class me as a bit of a redstoner. Really, that's what I enjoy the most out of the game, and it's what I get the most fun out of doing. So if I had to put a tag on it, I suppose it would be Minecraft redstoner kind of thing.
And in terms of the game, have you been playing for long?
Started back in 2015, so yeah, quite a few years now. Yeah, I remember it all got started actually with my lad, with my boy who bought a copy of it on the Xbox back in the day, and that's how it started. I started playing with him on the Xbox, making a really basic world, which was great fun. Very basic, but really good fun.
Yeah, and caught the bug from Bedrock, and then have transitioned across to Java now, I believe.
Well, I didn't know at the time that back then I didn't know there was a difference. So back then, as far as I was concerned, Minecraft was Minecraft was Minecraft. So yeah, it's only of late with all the building and everything that I've been doing, the villager breeding and redstoning, that I've begun to understand that there is a fundamental difference between Java and Bedrock. But back then, yeah, back in 2015, I was just running around making dirt huts and digging holes in the side of mountains and that kind of thing.
And going back to that time when you started, do you it's quite an emotive subject? Do you remember your first base that you ever built?
Oh, yeah, but clearly, like I said, it was a hole in the side of a mountain. I've never been, still to this day, I've never been brilliant at house building or building. I mean, people like WBC Builds and Keralis are just fantastic at building, and I've never been great at it. So for me, my inspiration back when I first got going was with Etho,
Ah,
and the fact that he would build underground, and it always struck me as being a really convenient way of doing things, because if you're underground and you build a room, if it's not big enough, you just dig out some more space and you make a bigger room. If you build a house and you don't have enough room, then you're in trouble, really. So so my first base was in the side of a mountain, and you basically walked up a big flight of stairs into a big hole in the wall. Couldn't make any redstone doors or anything, piston doors, so it was just a big hole in the wall. You'd walk in, there was a little TV sort of set up on one side. I'm moving my hands everywhere now. A little TV on the left with a little chair, little quartz steps. Just behind that was a little room with a couple of automatic potion brewing stands in it. There was a waterfall kind of feature over to the right. At the back, there was a balcony that overlooked, I think it was an oak forest, and that had a little chessboard kind of thing on it, and a bit of lighting, redstone
sounds
lighting on there. So it was very basic, but it served a purpose and it was enjoyable to do.
it sounds
So
quite
yeah, that
fancy
was
for first.
well. It was
To be honest, it sounds quite.
we did spend about 6 months on it. I mean,
Ah,
Ben, my lad, was building something not too far away, and we had a little train line between them. I built a little train line, and yeah, it wasn't done overnight. Put it that way. It did take a number of weeks to get it to where it looked. I thought it looked half decent, but now it probably looks really, really basic. But yeah, no, it's great fun at the time. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, the game has come on sort of quite a way in that time, and obviously that's still quite a long time to be playing. What is it that keeps you coming back to Minecraft?
That's a very good question. The beauty of Minecraft for me is that it's always evolving. It's always changing. There's the Mojang, they do a fantastic job of keeping new things coming into the game, and the fact that it's not like other survival games. I play a lot of survival games, and they're all very linear. you have to do something before you can do something else, and then you have to do that before you can move on to something else. Whereas, with Minecraft, you can, you just jump straight in and start building. You don't have to level up. You don't have to find stuff before you can build other stuff. It's just the freedom of being able to move every block as well. The fact that you can literally break and move and replace every single block in the game is brilliant. I mean, the amount of times I play a survival game where I run into a building and I can't go anywhere in it, or I can't do anything with it. It's just it's constrictive. The freedom you get in Minecraft is just fantastic, just liberating, really. All that you can do in it, and I suppose that's what keeps me coming back. It's always new. You open a new world, it's just always brand new. It's always, it's never the same.
Infinite possibilities, really, isn't it? It's
absolutely.
Yeah, and you can break and move every block, even the ones that you're not meant to be able to break or move. So you touched on it there in terms of Mojang making the changes to the game. Obviously, in that time, you'll have seen the game change a fair bit. Have you got a favourite update that you've seen in that period?
No, I think if I'd have had a favourite update, it probably would have been the Redstone update, but that was prior to me starting to play properly. So my favourite update is always going to be the next one, I think. So I don't really have. What would be easier for me to say would be the update that I disliked the most, and that would have been 2.14. Because that broke everything that I'd built prior to that.
Because there's the big Redstone change, wasn't there? Between
the villager breeding mechanics and that. Yeah. 1.14 was my least favorite, but no, I don't have a favorite. As I say, for me the next one's always going to be my favorite.
And in the time that you've been playing, again, similar to like when you've built your first base. Is there a particular death in all of that time? Because you do play a fair bit of survival play with myself on the AlphaCraft server. Is there a certain death that sticks out in your mind and has maybe given you a little bit of PTSD?
I've died so often. Well, not quite as much as JJ and Wild, but apart from that, I've a specific death. There was a time myself and Smurfy were in a woodland mansion where we just got attacked constantly by Vex, and we sort of on a death cycle there. That was we were. I don't know whether it was a bug in the game or whether it was whether we were just unlucky, but we just couldn't get away.
No,
we ran for miles and miles, and they would just follow us, and we'd die, we'd respawn, it would happen again. It was hilarious. And then there was another time playing UHC with Bunny. Funnily enough, she was on my team, and we were right at the end of the UHC, the ultimate ultra hardcore game where teams fight each other at the end, and we were right at the end, the sort of the deathmatch stage of it, and we just dug ourselves out of a foxhole. And as I dug the last block out, I looked up, and another team were looking down at me, and in a panic, I tried to throw lava at the guy above me. Obviously, lava doesn't flow uphill. It came down the hole and killed myself and Bunny. And she's never let me forget it. So, I think that's probably my most memorable.
I can imagine that you'll definitely, with Bunny, never live that one down for sure.
No, she never lets me live that one down.
And going back, if we can, to you for a bit. So obviously you've been playing the game for a while. What was the thing that made you decide that you wanted to actually take that leap and start YouTube rather than just playing the game for fun?
That was, and I don't know whether this is common or not, but that was Ben again, my lad. We'd built our world on the Xbox, and he decided that it might be a good idea to start a YouTube channel. So, Dad, can I have this? Dad, can I have that? Dad. So I finished up buying the video editing software and, everything you needed, microphones, all that kind of stuff. And it lasted about 2 weeks with him. Bless his little cotton socks. And he got bored of it. And so I sort of picked it up from there because to try and help him, I'd looked into it quite a bit myself anyway. I just carried on. And that's where it started, I think, with a couple of videos of me goofing around. And then my first video was actually a villager breeder in 1.12 12, I think. Very basic, really. I mean, I look back at it now and I think, oh my word. But back then, I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was the best thing ever. And I've sort of got the bug from that. But one thing I really enjoy about the YouTube side of it is the video editing of it. And it's hard work, and it takes a long time, and all of that. But being able to take 2 hours of raw footage and then cut it down into something that's 25, 30 minutes long that looks really good, and you can look back at it and go, I did that. And that's something I really enjoy about it.
So you mentioned there what your favorite bit of being a YouTuber is, but what's the hardest thing about making YouTube videos, would you say?
I think I've touched on it just then. It's the time it takes to do it. I mean, if it wasn't for YouTube and making the videos, you could jump on the game, you could play for a few hours, and then you could leave it and go away and do something else. But the fact that to get a 30, and you'll know as well as I do, to get a 30-minute video out, it can take several hours, possibly even days, to get the footage you need. And then you've got to strip all that footage down, get rid of all the chaff out of it, and get it down into a 30-minute video. And doing that after you've worked all day as well. I mean, I'm not at the moment privileged enough to be able to do YouTube full time, like some people can. So you do a full day's work, you come home, you sometimes just don't feel like doing it. You just want to just jump in and play. And that's the motivation sometimes is the hardest thing. But then again, on the flip side, you can sometimes be doing something that really makes you just not want to get off the game. You really want to get it done. But I think to answer your question, the hardest part is finding the time sometimes to get it done.
Yeah, I can definitely feel and empathize with that. It's sometimes it is tricky. But it's safe to say that you've done a fantastic job of doing that. And is there a sort of one video that you feel kind of helped push your channel through to the next level?
Back in 1.12, what the villager breeders were my thing. It was just the working something out, having a problem and working it out, and that's what I used to enjoy the most. So the first villager breeder, I think back in 2015, got a few views. That got me, a few more subscribers, and then it would level off a little bit, and then I'd release another one, maybe another. I think I did a villager breeder in 1.14, which again boosted me a little bit. I don't ever think there's been a video which has sort of launched the channel. I think at the moment I'm at 12,000 subscribers. So, some of your illustrious guests are up in the millions. But maybe they can see a specific video that has taken them from, 1,000 to 10,000 to 50,000. I saw I used to follow Avomance quite a lot back in the day. And I remember seeing his channel at 35,000 subscribers, and then the next week it was at 50, and then a month after it was at 75. I've never seen that kind of growth. If I were to say a video that's had the most views, it's given me the biggest jump in subscribers, it would be a chicken farm. It would be a chicken farm I made back in 2017, which I think the last camp's that's had about 750,000 views, which is, but talking to Blue earlier on, he's got a video that's in the millions. I suppose it's all relative, but for me, that would be the one that gets watched the most. I get the most comments on it. I get the most questions on it. So if I had to say a video that's done the most for the channel, it would be that. Yeah.
And in the time that you've been playing, have you got a build that you look back on and you say, you know what, of all the stuff that I've made, I'm really, really proud of that? Have you got like a favorite builds or contraption or something like that you've made that you're really proud of?
It's got to be the original Iron Alpha. That was that. God, I love that. That was an absolute pain to do back in the day when when villager breeding mechanics and golem spawning mechanics were magical, were hard work, not like now where you can stick 3 guys in a room and with a couple of beds and frighten them and you get, golems raining out the sky. I mean, back then it was difficult to do. There's an art to it. And I spent months and months and months making the Iron Alpha. There were already videos of massive iron farms, multi-village iron farms out there. I think the Iron Titan was one of the first, but that was doomed from the start because of how the chunks loaded and unloaded, and then all the villages sort of amalgamated into one massive village, and that was sort of doomed from the off. And the Iron Phoenix after that, but they were all huge.
Yeah.
And I didn't want one that had a door 50 blocks away and then a door 50 chunks away and then a door or a couple of doors 20 chunks away. I wanted it to be small. Small relatively. I wanted it not to be massive. And to come up with that design with the minecarts and the towers and to get it working, that was when it finally worked. The sense of achievement was overwhelming. It was amazing. It's fantastic. And Mojang, bless them, I released 5 videos showing people how to build that. And literally a month later, 1.14 came out and completely broke the entire farm because of the change of the golem spawning mechanics. But even so, that to me, that will always be my favourite build.
And it does also explain your strong feelings about disliking that update after putting all that time in. I can completely understand.
That and villager breeding completely changed as well. But it was the Iron Alpha, the Iron Farm that was a proper kick in the teeth. But it was always going to happen. I guess things change, don't they? That's why I love the game. It's always evolving and changing.
And if you looking towards the future now, if there was one thing that you could add to the game and you didn't need to worry about any mechanics or it breaking anything, what is there sort of anything that you would like to see added? It
would be, even though I don't do a lot of it, it would be nice for there to be concrete variation, slabs and stairs for concrete, which would be nice. But the one thing that I would love to see, Mojang, if you're watching, is waterproof redstone. I would love there to be a way, and I've mentioned this before, I'm sure I have in a few of my videos. I would love there to be a way where you could put redstone down and seal it and waterproof it, whether using slime or honey now or something like that you could actually make it waterproof so that you didn't have to worry about mining through a block and water completely wrecking 5 days worth of work that you've been working on. So if I could get one thing tomorrow, I would love that and vertical redstone. I'd love to be able to put redstone up a wall rather than have to make torch towers and stuff. But
I suppose as well with the waterproof redstone, it would open up a world of being able to build contraptions underwater as well.
Underwater,
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, that's a great idea. Anybody from Mojang watching, see if you can make it happen. Maybe it's a bit late for 1.17, but maybe 1.18. The underwater redstone.
We can but hope. Yeah, no, that would be my wish if I could have one.
Fantastic. Now, in terms of playing the game, what is the one thing that you wish that you were better at?
Well, I'd be building every day of the week. I'm rubbish at building. Even now, I try. Some people can do it naturally. It comes natural to a lot of the guys I watch. They'll, from scratch, build something magnificent inside 5 minutes, and you think, I can't even imagine that, let alone build it. So I've tried very hard recently to teach myself how to use blocks better when I'm building and textures and variations and depths and that kind of thing, but it still doesn't come very naturally to me. It's still hard work. So if I could do one thing better, it would be sort of building, house building kind of thing.
I think that's kind of one of the universal truths of the game, that there's so much in the game that those people who I've ever talked to who've focused more so on Redstone are always like, I wish I could build better. And those people who focused on the buildings, pretty much like myself, I wish that I was better at the Redstone. So it's kind of...
I guess you always want to be better at obviously better at the stuff that you're not used to. And if I could just throw down a few blocks, I struggle even to get blocks that look good together. I can't visualize it. And then some people, like I say, can see a finished build in their mind before they even start building it. I can't do that. I have to build it 50 times in creative before I get to a stage where I think, actually, that's not bad, So build challenges would be terrible for me if I were to go into a build challenge. That'd be rubbish.
Unless it was build a redstone contraption, that's a different...
even that. It's funny you should mention that. Even with that, I still would have to build it several times in creative before I'd be happy to start building it in survival. And I don't know about other people's processes, but if I'm building a new contraption, I'll build it so it works. Doesn't matter how big it is. I'll just lay it out. The redstone can be miles long. The repeaters everywhere. Just build it until it works. Yeah. And then systematically go around and start reducing the size of it until you get it down to a compact little contraption that will fit where you want it to fit. And but if you would ask me now to build a redstone clock, I'd struggle to do it. But give me 5 minutes in creative, and then I'd be able to come back and build you a tiny little redstone kind of clock. But I suppose that's just my thought process, really.
Yeah, and also one of the joys of the game, because again, we've got creative that we can use for things like that and plot things out and get those plans ready for the more difficult and more rigorous world of survival and creating things in there. So again, another great thing about the game, I feel. So
definitely, yeah.
So in terms of just one last question for you in this section, and you're sat there looking absolutely spiffing. So I'd just like to know a little bit about how you got your skin there.
Do you know what? Is that long ago? 2015? I can't remember.
So from the beginning.
I've had the same skin from day one. I think I've when I was first looking for it, or looking for a skin, my boy had got one that was all garish and had a creeper on it and had headphones and had a microphone on the front of it and big trainers and that kind. And I thought, man, you look like an idiot. It's probably just me being old, I guess. But I thought, I don't want anything that looks like. Just give me a plain skin. Looks like a person with trousers on, jacket, whatever. And I came across this one. It's a couple of F's on the sleeves and an F on the back. And I think I changed the colour of the eyes from brown to green, and that was it, really. There's nothing more to it than that. I wasn't specifically looking for anything in particular. It's just something normal that didn't make me look like I was 13, I think.
Well, I have to say that you did a fine job, and it does suit you down to the ground. I can't imagine you in any other skin apart from with your big F's on the arms.
I did try and change the shirt colour to green earlier on, and I got told off so badly. It got changed back to beige very quickly. So yeah, I don't think I'll ever change the skin now.
Well, I don't think you need to, because it looks great. But
thank you, Adie.
But so that's the end of the initial questions. So now we're going to cut away to when Frill arrived a little bit earlier, and asking him and working out how well he knew Minecraft.
Okay, so I've just been dropped off at the studios, and I'm here for an interview with Adie today. And this is all very, very impressive. Yeah, Adie's Studios. Fantastic. Been told to just introduce myself at reception. Oh, look at that. We've got some pictures up there of me. And that's pretty cool. Hello.
Hello,
I'm here to see you. Hello, I'm here to see Adie.
I'll take you back to the green room now. You can follow me.
Thank you.
Adie's getting ready. He's in hair and makeup. He'll be there a while. So
okay.
Follow me. So this is hair and makeup. You
I
probably don't need
won't need a lot of that.
No,
But
you're
thank
pretty
you. At
enough.
least I know where it is. Oh, thank you. You're too
And
kind.
this is the green room. We've got food and snacks, and you can watch some AlphaCraft.
Look at that.
While you're waiting.
You've got my favourite TV programme on. Thank you.
We did our research here. This is not our first rodeo, you know. And you can press the bunny button if you need anything, and
Okay.
maybe come to get when he's ready.
A bunny button.
Shh. I don't have one yet.
Oh, okay.
Just Bing or something.
Just shout. Okay. All right. Well, I'll sit here and watch a bit of AlphaCraft then.
Yeah. And Adie'll be down to get you soon.
Thank you very much. See you later. So I guess I'll just sit here and wait for Adie to turn up.
So Bunny has just let me know that Frilioth has arrived, so I will go and collect him from the green room here. So off we go. It's a lovely day for it as well. Hopefully he's nice and comfortable in here. There he is. Hello, sir. Welcome to Adie Studios.
Hello, Adie. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. It's lovely to have you here, Frill.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Yeah, a bit of a change of scenery, but great to have you on the show. I hope you've been enjoying the Cobra Kai on the TV there.
I have indeed, yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you're ready, we'll start kicking off with the show itself. First bit that we're going to be doing is how well you know Minecraft. So a man of your caliber, I'm sure, has got no problems. There's some water here if you're thirsty. I hope you got some food and you were comfy in the green room.
Bunny sorted me out with all of that. Thank you.
Brilliant. She is good. She is good. Before we go any further, though, she did give you the waivers, didn't she? You did sign the waivers?
Shall we just say that I did?
Yeah, I think it's probably best on camera that we say vigorously that you signed the waivers.
Okay.
Nothing to worry about, though. Nothing to worry about at all. Nothing for you to be afraid of. But you did click on the bed as well.
I did, yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, like I say, just no fret. I'm sure you know Minecraft really well, and I just don't want you to worry. But if you can follow me into this not ominous-looking studio, if you can join me and would do me the solid favour of standing in front of this dispenser and pressing that there button. Frill, if you can just come this way.
Okay.
Come this way. Like I said, you've signed
Come
the
all
waivers.
This way, I guess.
You've signed the waivers, so there's nothing for you to worry about at all. And you're a seasoned professional, so just press that button if you would. What did you get, sir? An anvil. An anvil. Okay, I will pick that up. And if you would just mind standing right here in the middle of this big red X. Again, don't worry. You don't need to worry at all. Nothing to be afraid of. You just stand there, make yourself comfortable standing there. I'll be very comfortable in my nice dark prismarine seat. So, Frill, this here is how well do you know Minecraft? And there are a number of questions that I'm going to be asking you. Of course, the snowballs are just for encouragement to help you along and to cheer when you get questions right like that. You don't need to worry about anything, and probably best if you don't look up. Okay. I said, don't look up.
Okay.
But the questions, they start nice and easy for you. They do get a little bit harder, but like I say, I'm sure you'll have no trouble whatsoever with these questions. So
we shall see. Let's hope I get more than one.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Like I say, I'm here for encouragement.
Does it end when I get one wrong? Then is that what you're saying? I can leave. Once I get one wrong?
There's kind of some finality to it when there's a question that's answered wrong. So but you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
How many questions? How many questions are there?
An indeterminate number of questions, Frill. So let's just say that there's some questions.
Okay.
But we'll start you off really, really easy. So what is the crafting recipe for a bow?
A bow would be 3 sticks and... Oh, crikey. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's 3 sticks and 3 pieces of string.
Yeah, see, I told you. Absolute cakewalk for you.
You could put me into this kind of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire kind of pressure and ask me how to spell my name, and I will probably second guess my answer. So...
But you don't need to worry. I mean, there's even an aquarium there that you can look at if you need the calming thought of some pufferfish.
Pufferfish.
Yeah.
Eating. Okay. Thank you.
Couldn't afford the tropical variety apart from Bob out there. But yeah, next question. Again, still They're all nice and simple. So which villager trade would you get from putting a villager next to a barrel?
You would get a fisherman trade, wouldn't you?
You would indeed. See, again, no need to worry whatsoever. Moving on now. How many cobblestone do you need, or in fact blackstone, to make a piston?
I really should know this.
So just to
3.
confirm, your specialism is redstone, isn't it?
It's redstone. Yeah, you have to have cobblestone. Is it 3? 3.
You're sure it's 3?
No, I'm not now. No.
You're sure it's 3?
Yeah.
You're absolutely sure it's 3?
No, I'm not. No, it's 2.
2 on each side. You mean
2 on each side? Of course it is.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
4.
See. See.
I
Look.
can see it now. 4. 2 on each side.
Absolutely. You didn't need to worry about that. I knew you had
Any
it in you.
Talk.
We'll put that one down as phone a friend.
This is
yes.
stressful, Adie.
The next question is, what 2 ways can you get black dye?
You can get black dye from ink sacs.
You can.
And you can get black dye from flowers, the wither rose.
Yes. See, again, I knew that you would have it in you. So the next question is, what villager type do you get if you use a blast furnace?
That would be a blacksmith.
It would be a blacksmith, would it?
It would be a armorer.
Oh, you pulled it out. That was an absolute yes. It would indeed be an armorer. How many diamonds do you need for a full set of armor?
34.
34? I'm afraid it's 24. So, yeah, unfortunately, we've lost another guest, but we will see if we can resurrect Frill and then bring him to see if he can answer some more questions that are considerably easier as they're about him over on the sofa. So join me over there. And welcome back. So, yeah, unfortunately, even though he knew some stuff about Minecraft, Frill didn't manage to escape. But luckily, we've managed to resurrect him and bring him back here onto the sofa. And we're going to finish off by asking you, Frill, just some simple quick-fire questions. So the key here is just answer pretty much the first thing that comes into your head. And if you're ready, we will kick off with question number 1, which is, what's your favourite stone?
My favourite stone.
Yes.
would be redstone, I guess.
Yeah, that's a very, very good answer. I hadn't even considered that. But yes, brilliant answer. Shaders or texture pack?
Texture pack.
Flying machine or Avril Lavigne?
Flying machine. Has to be a flying machine.
Yes. Parkour or park bench?
Oh, park bench. Rubbish at parkour.
What's your favourite mob?
Reaper.
Ooh, controversial. Speed runs or humorous puns?
Humorous puns, I think.
Okay. Bedrock or an electric shock?
Oh, an electric shock every day of the week.
The chicken of knowledge or going to college?
Yeah, chicken of knowledge.
Should they add concrete stairs?
Yes.
Okay. Wither fight or Wuthering Heights?
With a fight.
Do you like it an axolotl or an axolotl?
That is poor. Axolotl.
Medieval town or never break down?
Never break down.
Okay. Breaking Bad or Breaking Bedrock?
Oh, I like them both. Breaking bedrock.
Okay. Interior or exterior?
Oh, exterior.
What's your favourite movie?
Where Eagles Dare and Airplane.
2 slightly different ones there, but good choices. Caves or cliffs?
Caves.
Bow or a sword?
Sword.
Okay. Help by the Beatles or Kelp by Mojang?
I do like Help by the Beatles, actually.
Okay. Evil Knievel or Building Medieval?
Rubbish at building, it would have to be Evil Knievel.
Fantastic. What's your favourite wood?
Oak. Very boring, but
Oak. Good.
Yeah,
Good. Yeah, it's a classic. It's a classic. Okay, so jumping on Java or escaping from lava?
it would have to be Escaping from Lava, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Villages or
Especially after
pillages?
My death.
Villages or
death.
pillages?
Villages or pillages? Villages.
Okay. Mega build or the Explorers Guild?
That would. Ooh. Let's go for exploring. I've only ever built one thing that's massive, and and like I said earlier, I loved it. But I explore more than I build, so explore. Explorers Guild.
I think I know the answer to this one, but Iron Farm or Feeling Calm?
It'd have to be an iron farm.
Brilliant. And what's your favourite month?
February.
Redstone or Dinnerbone?
Redstone.
What
I've
is
got
your...
nothing against Dinnerbone.
No. It's always nice to be upside down sometimes. So, what is your food of choice in the game?
Food of choice in the game would be chicken. It would be roast chicken.
Good choice again. And what's your favourite food outside of the game?
Oh, curry.
Any particular curry?
Jalfrezi is my curry of choice at the moment.
Oh, love a jalfrezi. Next, we have PvP or PvE.
Rubbish at both. PvE.
Redstone repeater or watching Blue Peter?
Back in the day, I never got a badge, but no, it would have to be Redstone repeater.
Infinity or infinite coffee?
I don't like coffee, so infinity for me.
A guitar bass or a bass guitar?
Bass guitar.
What is your favourite biome?
I don't know whether I've got a favourite biome. Let's say the Nether.
Ooh, nice choice. Shulker shell or a gunpowder smell?
Shulker shell.
And last but not least, a guardian farm or rustic charm?
Yeah, Guardian Farm. I love a Guardian Farm.
You've got to love a good guardian farm. Well,
Oh, yeah.
Well, Frill, thank you very, very much for answering those questions, and thank you more so for joining us on the show today. It's been absolutely
welcome.
fantastic to have you here.
Thank you for having me, Adie. It was superb. Thank you.
Yeah, it has been brilliant. And as I say, if you haven't seen Frill's videos, I can tell you now they are fantastic. He's a brilliant redstoner, and he's better at building than he gives himself credit for. So all his details are in the description. So make sure that you do go and check him out. So thank you again for joining us. Now, with that being said, all that's left to say is thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the show. If you have, let me know in the comments. Make sure that you hit that like button and make sure that you do subscribe, and also make sure you subscribe to Frill's channel as well. And I will see you next time on Adiecraft. Bye.
Bye.